Namaste people, I am Anmol Sarkar. So if you guys have seen my introduction video, you guys must have an idea about who I am and what I am trying to do and what this channel is all about. And if you have not seen my video for Facebook, I'll share the link in the comment section, and for YouTube in the description below. Please watch that video if you have not seen, and please do not forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel so that I can come up with more such videos for you guys. Okay, so without wasting any further time, let's get straight down to today's topic, which is the fabricating of the history of Saint Thomas. If you have seen my last video, you guys must have known that how I was trying to say that this Devinagayam guy, an Tamil historian named as Devinagayam, M. Devinagayam, who was a very influential figure in propagating G.U. Pope's theory of Christianizing the Dravidian culture and erasing its Hindu nature. So we have seen how they use this two-pronged strategy and how they were trying to build up archaeological evidences to support this myth. For example, we were seeing the myth of Saint Thomas. So in this video we will see how this fabrication of Saint Thomas history was done in a bit of detail. Okay, the central claims of Devinagayam and his associates may be listed. These were the central claims listed by Devinagayam. Saint Thomas visited India around 53 BC, which we know resulted in the emergence of Sanskrit as a tool of propagating Christianity in North India through the language was appropriated by evil Brahmins. This was one of the claims. The second claim was Vedas were written after Jesus as late in 2nd century CE. Okay. Third claim is Shaivism, Vaishnavism and all sculptural, iconographic and devotional developments in Hinduism are traceable to the influence of Thomas Christianity. Brahmins, Sanskrit and Vedanta are the evil forces that need to be eradicated in order to purify Tamil society. These were four central claims which were done by M. Devinagayam. Okay, the church has now forged a strategic alliance with Devinagayam in order to produce evidence of Saint Thomas. Means they have now what this guy did, they floated a myth and they forged archaeological evidences to support their myth. Okay, so now when they floated this myth of Saint Thomas, they need to provide some fake evidences as well to highlight the Christian goodness contrasted with the Hindu intolerance. As you know, Hindus are intolerant. So this idea came from here, this intolerance movement which was going around in 2016 and all, that Indians are intolerant and the right wing is intolerant and all this kind of things. As a result of this alliance, St. Thomas Museum was formed by the Roman Catholic Church in 2006. It houses many of the stone sculpture and inscription which are claimed to be the originals of St. Thomas. One such sculpture shown under one of the following explanation. A double figure pedestal was found near the tomb of St. Thomas. One figure is said to be the St. Thomas holding a book in his left hand and the right hand a blessing or teaching pose. Like for example, he was holding this book in one hand and the second hand he was like this. Okay, so that is what they are trying to say. Under the other figure, the explanation reads, the figure is identified as that of Kandappa Raja, the supposed king of Mylapore when St. Thomas converted. Okay, so however, this Gonda force was not the king of Mylapore but the first Indo-Parthian king who ruled over Kabul Valley, located over 1000 miles away. This is the truth. The museum website does not date any sculpture as belonging to the 7th century, but Gondapurs ruled in the 1st century BCE. The website also makes yet another claims about the sculpture. This was the claim. The left hand seemed to hold a book or some instrument. If it is a book, the figure may represent an apostle too, perhaps Saint Bartholomew, who is said to have brought to India St. Matthew's Gospel, two apostles of India. Though the apostolate of Saint Bartholomew in India is not yet as much proved as that of Saint Thomas, it is rather insignificant that the new divine office, that is of Vatican II, has this note of on 24th August after the Lord's Ascension. Tradition has it that he preached the gospel in India and there suffered martyrdom. Okay, so this was the claim which was made in their website. So at the mount there is a stone. Now for instance, we know that few things here. At the mount there is a stone cross which said that it has been carved by Saint Thomas himself. Okay, now how they are trying to appropriate Christian Shaivism into Christianity. What they did is, you must know there is a famous temple known as Ayyappa in Kerala, or Sabrimala, which we famously known as Sabrimala mountains. Near to that mountain they erected a cross and overnight, and said that this cross was erected by Saint Thomas himself, and this is how they were trying to propagate Christianity and decouple Hinduism from the native culture. Okay, the picture placed inside the altar shows that a dark-skinned Hindu with a typical Brahmin hairstyle pierced the apostle from behind, while Saint Thomas is solemnly engaged in the prayer of the cross. Officially, Catholic publications have described the death of Saint Thomas as assassination by Brahmins. This is what he was trying to say. On 3rd July 72 AD, the apostle on the way of Mount encountered some Chennabnar Brahmins proceeding to the temple for sacrifice. They wanted Saint Thomas to take part in the worship. He of course refused to oblige to the and on the contrary destroyed the place of worship and the sign of cross. The Brahmins in their fury pierced the Saint Thomas with a lance. Lance means there a long weapon who has a pointed head. Okay, so these were a few passages of different historians and different historical websites and many other historians at that point of time. So this was it for today, guys. In tomorrow's video we will see how this fake fabrication of archaeological evidence led into a silver screen and made rise of Saint Thomas Church and all these kind of things. So till today, please enjoy this video and have a nice day.